Well, you guys, I did it. I finally was able to watch Abigail. I was not really looking forward to seeing this film. Horror films that are released into the movie theaters sometimes are not very good. I ended up really liking this movie. It's a very easy horror film to watch, a lot of comedy in it. I actually thought it was more comedic than scary. Definitely gory. There was a lot of blood in this film, but for those of you who don't know what Abigail is about, or if you've seen it, it's a vampire ballerina film. And I do like ballerina horror films only because ballet is such a beautiful form of art and expression, so elegant. It also has this side of eeriness and an ominous feeling to it that I get. So when I see a horror film that incorporates ballet into it, I really do like it. And this film isn't super artsy fartsy, and I like that also. It has a great storyline. The characters are funny. They have interesting backstories that you want to know more about them. Abigail was released earlier this year, and it is about a group of criminals kidnap the ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure. After they kidnap her, they all retreat to an isolated mansion, unaware that they're locked inside with no normal little girl. That little girl is a vampire. I really liked how in the beginning of this film, the action starts immediately. They're kidnapping the little girl. You're trying to figure out why, how are they able to do this? And you get to pick up the characters' personalities in the beginning quickly. There are 5 criminals total in this film. After they are successful with kidnapping this young girl, they are taken to a huge isolated mansion in the middle of the night. The mansion is huge, it's dark, very eerie, and it was actually filmed in Dublin, Ireland, but it was a really great setting for this film. I want to talk about Abigail's character. The actress that played her, this young girl, she trained for ballet for 3 months in order to do this film. I thought that maybe they found a young actress who was trained in ballet. That isn't the case. They found the actress and then they trained her in ballet. And you would think she is a trained ballerina. She was so graceful and beautiful in this. Very scary also. I was very impressed with her acting. And us viewers know, based on the trailer, we know that the criminals are there for Abigail's thirst. They do not know that. They think they're going to get $7 million after kidnapping this girl from her rich father. Wealthy father gives them money to get his daughter back, but that's not the case. Abigail wants to hunt this group down for sport, for fun. She's a vampire. She's 100 years old. Not only is she doing this for sport, she's doing this as revenge for people messing with her father and his business. And I liked that aspect in this film because the characters don't know what's going on as to why they're being killed off one by one in a vicious way. Like, no knife is doing this. Like, this looks like a grizzly bear is eating their partners in crime. And I knew Abigail wasn't doing this just because she needs blood in order to live, because if that was the case, she could take them down easily. She is a ferocious, smart vampire. The cast of this film is really amazing. Melissa Barrera's character, I would have loved to have seen her in a different costume. I know that sounds crazy and I'm being a little bit picky here. Get her out of those skinny jeans and blue shirt. I want to see her in a different costume. Anytime she's dealing with a lot of blood, she's in a blue shirt and jeans. That was my little rant of the day. She plays a recovering addict who wants to use this money for a better life. She's a little boy that she wants to mend their relationship, and she's truly badass in this. She fights literally till the almost death, and she's the final girl in this. And I really liked the ending scene with her. It definitely reminds me of Ready or Not, which is the same director, Tyler Gillett. Angus Cloud, this was his final film before he passed away. I really liked how they honored him at the ending of this film. They put in loving memory of him, his signature, and I thought that was so special. For his character, he plays this goofy guy who was the driver of the getaway van. And I really liked the foreshadowing of his death. He was the first one to be killed off. Beforehand, he's messing with Catherine Newton's character. They're in the bedroom. She's watching the cartoons. And in the cartoon, at first you see him smoke, and the smoke is all up in the air. The next time you see the cartoon, he has something around his neck. The cartoon character, sorry, I forget which cartoon character it is. It's a foreshadowing to his death because he's smoking his joint and there's a big puffy cloud. He's looking at the artwork and ends up getting his head eaten off by Abigail, just like in the foreshadowing. The smoke and then the neck. Catherine Newton's character, first off, she's such a phenomenal actress, and I really do enjoy her work. This isn't the first time she's done horror. She's done Lisa Frankenstein, Freaky, Paranormal Activity 4. She's done a whole bunch of other things that I enjoy, but I learned that she actually has a little bit of dance experience. So when she did her solo ballet performance in this film, because she was bitten by Abigail and she didn't know if she was going to become a vampire, but she ends up becoming a vampire. They do this dance. They're separated, Abigail and Catherine's character, but they're in sync as to one mentally, if that makes sense. Dances beautifully in this, and her playing a vampire was executed well. I believed she was a vampire. I really did not enjoy the ending of this movie only because the climax kept climaxing, okay? It was like, oh, we're gonna go down this route, and then we're gonna go down this route. Oh, scratch that. No, we're gonna go this way. And it kept changing so quickly, and my head was spinning. I was like, what's happening here? Some of the things were predictable, and the amount of blood in this film, I wanted to throw up. I'm not kidding you. I don't get queasy. The blood in this was too much, in my opinion. The buildup of this movie was good. It was at a good pace. I really wanted to learn more about the characters. The fight scenes in this were really cool, but a little bit cheesy also. I mean, you're dealing with a young little girl ballerina. She's dancing in before she tries to murder people. Not as bad as Megan. It was a little goofy in my opinion, but still very well done. And it was funny. Everybody was so funny in this, but it wasn't a comedy. It was still very much a horror movie. And I liked the jokes because sometimes I don't want to be too scared. And when they tell a little funny joke, it makes me feel a lot better. Overall, I thought this is a really easy, scary movie to watch. There's not really any jump scares. It's still very much gory, a lot of fight scenes. There's a lot of breadcrumbs as to what's the truth. Definitely kept me wanting to finish the movie. It was well crafted. It was beautifully done. Each character I really enjoyed. I would say Catherine was my favorite character in this. I know this might be a very unpopular opinion, but I wish I got more out of Melissa in this. I know she's a great actress. I know she's a scream queen, but I wanted more from her in this. She plays a recovering addict, and I didn't get that vibe from her in this. I will say I did cry. Okay, I did cry during the scene where she calls her son because she felt like she was going to die and she was able to get her phone. As a mom, well done. My final thoughts are I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, but I really did like it. If you get queasy with a lot of blood, I don't recommend it. But if you want something easy, a little bit of comedy, a little bit of horror, I highly recommend this movie. I would watch this movie with my sister, and she hates scary movies, and I think she would be comfortable enough. Overall, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. Would watch again. Could see them making a sequel. Would probably watch that also. I didn't think I would like it, but I like it. And that is going to be it for me today. Let me know if you have seen Abigail. What are your likes, your dislikes about this film? I hope you guys stay safe out there, and I will see you later.